Can Spanish music really make you fluent? If you ever felt like Spanish is impossible to learn, what if I told you that music could be the secret to fluency? It's a fact that regularly listening to podcasts, music, or audiobooks in Spanish improves your vocabulary, pronunciation, and overall fluency. Somewhere in this video, I'm going to reveal the exact song and podcast that took my Spanish to the next level, aka reaching fluency. You're going to want to make sure you watch every part of this video because I give secrets and details that no other YouTuber has ever shared with you. Growing up, I was a Sabo kid. I remember going to the carne asadas and I would see everyone there dancing, singing along to bandas, corridos, and I literally was just like standing there pretending that I knew the lyrics when I literally didn't. I didn't know any of the lyrics at all. I felt out of place because I did not know any of the lyrics, and in my heart, I felt like I should have because I am of Mexican descent. This is probably something you can relate to. We've all been there. Made me feel not worthy of being Mexican.
How could you see someone who's nothing?
No te entendí ni verga, no sé inglés.
And I didn't even understand like my roots. So I decided to learn Spanish in high school. You know, learning it felt like work. It wasn't until I actually started listening to Spanish music, it made learning easier and honestly more fun. And I still listen to Spanish music to this day. I'm gonna give you 3 types of music that you need to listen to become fluent in Spanish. Number 1, calm music. Number 2, bandas. And number 3, reggaeton. Now, if you're starting out with listening to Spanish music, you're gonna want to listen to music that's more calm and slow, so it's easier for you to comprehend. Telepatia by Kali Uchis is a perfect song for you to listen and to read along to the lyrics of what it says because she sings in both English and Spanish. The second one is Adios Amor by Krista Nodal. Shout out to all the Mexicanos that know this. I would say this gives you more of a cultural feel of specifically being Mexican, but also just gives you a more culture-like feeling of a song. You know, this is particularly towards Mexicans though, but everyone else is open to listening to it as well too. It just gives you a more cultured feeling of a particular song. And then in reggaeton, this is where you're gonna find the most slang. Think of reggaeton like the hip hop of English, like the Drakes, the Kanyes, the J. Coles, whatever, right? There's a wormhole that you can literally dive in when listening to reggaeton. But don't get it twisted, like this is the hardest type of music to understand and to comprehend, but I believe it gives you the most return on investment because you receive the most slang while hearing it, and also when you can sing along to this type of music, it shows your advanced level of fluency. My personal favorite song that made me like really fluent is Una Cerveza by Fuerza Regida and Manuel. So that song right there, I'll show you right now, but I mean, I listened to that song all of last year, honestly, and it changed like literally everything. I can understand everything they say in that song. And the podcast I listened to was the Intermediate Spanish podcast. I'm telling you, you don't want to just listen to music. You want to also immerse in like the podcast, because when you're going to speak, you're going to have a normal conversation. You're not going to be like, hey, ¿qué lo que hay? ¿Cómo va todo bien? Like, you're not going to say stuff like that. You're going to have to speak in a normal conversation as well. Learning slang and learning how to conversate in a normal conversation are 2 very different things. So take that into account as well. Now here's some practical advice for you while you're listening to this music. Look up their lyrics while you listen to it and read along / sing along. When you read along to the music, it helps you become more immersed in just the language itself. It's like anything, man. You just literally read along to something and you'll get better at it. You have to speak in order to get better. You can't just read it in your head and expect to be able to pronounce the words as well. You have to practice pronouncing them. And the best way is to sing along while you're listening to the music. Now, second thing, write down the new words or phrases that you learn with the music. If you're like, adios amor, I never heard that before, write it down. I mean, obviously it means bye love. But yeah, if you don't know a particular phrase, write it down or find a translation. Don't use Google Translate, use Spanish Dictionary. Spanish Dictionary is by far the better platform for you to use in terms of translation of a phrase or of a word. Google Translate, while it's still efficient, it's prone to making mistakes. So in your favor, try to use Spanish Dictionary. Third thing, sing along, man. It's the best way to practice. It's the most fun. man, in the shower I'm singing, while I'm driving I'm singing, all those things, man. I always get a chance to sing, for sure. If you feel like you don't know the lyrics, obviously you can look them up, but what I particularly love to do is I listen to music on Spotify. Particularly Spotify gives you a mode where you can look at the lyrics, and that's like my favorite way of really understanding what the song means and what the artist is saying. Honestly, listening to Spanish music helped me become fluent than any other textbook could. It made me feel connected in my roots, where like textbooks literally don't do that at all. I get frustrated, honestly, trying to learn from a textbook. It's not fun. This is fun. You don't have to know every word to start. You just have to start and practice, and you will learn along the way. Don't get frustrated with yourself if you don't know what a song is saying. If you don't even know what the title means, it's okay, because we all start somewhere. Bro, I'm a no Sabo kid, and I learned it. You can too. Drop a comment down below of your favorite song, anyone in particular that you like to listen to. I'll make sure I read them. If you are interested, I offer one-on-one coaching where I help you become more immersed in your culture and give you a full guide how you can become fluent in Spanish. Follow me on Instagram to keep up with me in my day-to-day life. Click here to watch this video. Subscribe if you're new. Do what you do because of you. Haz lo que haces por ti. Adios, my friends. Ciao. Mwah.